So once again, Jimmy Dean Sausage Donaldson uploads a video that's titled something like Rescuing Child Slaves in Africa. And of course, like clockwork, there are people right there who will find a way to talk shit about rescuing child slaves in Africa. And you know it's always some bullshit when they complain about the thumbnail. I remember when people were complaining about the thumbnail he used for the video of him helping 1,000 blind people. And then there was the video of him helping 1,000 deaf people. Like, people just want his thumbnails to be a black screen that says, I helped 1,000 people. And then if he did it that way, y'all would still complain about him not putting enough effort into the thumbnail. Being like, you could at least put one of the people you helped in the thumbnail. Come on, you dick. Like, at some point, you just have to look at yourself and ask, am I actually the piece of shit? Because how can someone help 1,000 people in a way that very few could or even would want to, and you get your feelings hurt because he added some tears to a picture? MrBEast might start having to pay for some sex changes because y'all are some straight up pussies. Like, I would get people like this being like, are y'all fucking serious? Had this not be the one thing that defines your online existence. A pin tweet with 102,000 views because anything else they tweet out gets about as many views as one of my videos. And I will say they did mention how they don't care about the thumbnail and the tweet went viral out of nowhere, so I'm sorry for making fun of you, but it's what the people want. And besides, the people replying to their tweet are 100% serious, which is way funnier. MrBEast is a literal villain. He should be doing nice things without needing to make a video about it. He does it for views and publicity. You should hear the statements of the people who have participated in his insane $1 million challenges. No way, statements were made by people? I am in utter dripping milk disbelief. Get it? In utter dripping milk in disbelief. You're fired. But you see what I mean? This video shows MrBEast going to Africa, noticing how so many people were getting denied medical care that he took it upon himself to build his own fucking hospital to get people the treatment they needed. Now, unless we're in fucking backwards land, tell me where any villain in any story is building a hospital for people in need. Regardless if I had a YouTube channel, I'd want to document this, because if MrBEast just came out and said, I built a hospital in Africa, these same people would be crying for proof. And people are actually insane when it comes to their opinions on MrBEast. Like, how do you see this, which is like, how the fuck else would you explain this, and have this thought process? Do you really not see anything off about this? I have a hard time articulating why, but this is definitely weird AF to say the least. I agree the money being donated to the org is the most important part, because that's the thing that will materially improve living conditions, but rescuing child slaves in Africa and putting himself between the lifestyle changes makes him look like the Antichrist to me. I don't know. Dog. What? I googled what the Antichrist is supposed to look like, and if you are getting this from this, then you should be checked into your nearest mental hospital, ASAP Rocky. Like, sure, I don't understand the hate he gets, but don't expect me to understand what they mean by saying this makes him look like the fucking devil and these are just the souls he's collecting. Like, did you even watch the video? Nah, of course not. You're too busy tweeting about Drake. A lot about Drake. Too much about Drake. Let this guy know that he tweets way too much about Drake, you know? Makes me kind of think he's the Antichrist. I don't know. He's AF, he's Antichrist AF. Like, when it came down to everything that happened with his friend Ava, people were like that one guy in SpongeBob when he saw chocolate. They went deranged and were like, finally, this is going to be the end of MrBEast. Like, you guys remember the thumbnails? It's over. The end. He's done. He knew this could end it all. How could this be? MrBEast exposed. MrBEast can't. And you wouldn't understand me because of the overlapping voice. But I watched a couple of these videos and they were all a bunch of people spewing caca from their mouths thinking they were making the greatest exposed video anyone has ever seen. But obviously they were doing nothing because MrBEast is much more bigger than he was when all this was going down. And like I said, if what y'all was saying was as serious as how you guys made it out to be, trust me, you'd be canceled and all that. People love to see when very popular people get canceled. Only this wasn't one of those times. But the same goes for every single one of you people trying to call MrBEast a bad person over some of the smallest bullshit I've ever seen. If MrBEast was guilty of even a fraction of the stuff you guys are claiming is guilty of, there would be more proof than you guys just being like, well, remember that one time he used a CGI trainings video? He might as well have just been sacrificing children to the underworld. I mean, where are we going to draw the line? Like, do you understand that if he doesn't do any of the things he's doing for other people, whatever that may be, there's a really good chance that no one else is going to do it? it, as fucked up as it sounds, but you guys are directing your hate to the last person who deserves it. Like, if you look up MrBeast controversies on Google, this list from Watch Mojo comes up: 10 MrBeast scandals and controversies you didn't know anything about. And they each get progressively more controversial as the list goes on. And say what you want about Watch Mojo, but they know what they're talking about when they make a top 10 list. They don't half-ass what they've come to be known for. And even then, you would think with someone being able to make a top 10 list on the things you've done wrong, at least one would be the knife in your career's heart. If his career was a human, this list should have John Wilkes Boothed it. But this list is talking about things like his videos getting taken down for a 2-second gif that got every MrBeast hater excited, thinking that this was the end. They also talk about him going on Joe Rogan's podcast like that was some initiation into a secret cult. They talk about how his burgers sucked, and honestly, I thought they were okay, expensive, but it wasn't like, hey, I want my money back. But MrBeast is already suing the people who were in charge of making the food, and I feel like this was bound to happen. I feel like this was supposed to be a limited run type thing, but they saw how popular MrBeast was getting, and they're like, we can take this thing nationwide, and their quality control guy quit his job, and nobody knew until it was too late. They also mentioned his crypto scam that happened back in 2021 that was just a big misunderstanding. This company, Binance, used his picture to show that MrBeast was an investor, not that he had bought any crypto, but people saw that and were like, if the big beast is buying it, then so am I. And then they lost all their money when they found out he didn't actually buy any. They then talk about people calling him the Antichrist years before this person did, so this has been a thing that's going on. They think he is the actual devil for some reason, and then they ended off by saying that he's allegedly racist, homophobic, and or more. And look, if he was actually racist, homophobic, and or more, he wouldn't be where he is today. I don't care what anyone says. Look at where Kanye is. Nobody of value wants to work with him anymore, so he's just spiraling out of control. Jimmy Dean's sausage is the exact opposite of that. But like, these are some of the things people are trying to take MrBeast down with, and it is pathetic. I don't even watch him at all, so you can't even say I'm biased for what I'm saying. I just have seen him get called out over and over and over and over for this and for that. And when I actually look up what it's for, come to find out you're mad that he perfectly explained what his video was about through his thumbnail, which is not something a lot of people can say. Usually thumbnails like this are 100% clickbait. But as I said before, none of the people leaving criticism/hate comments even watch the videos they're talking shit about, and instead base all their opinions on something that makes up 0.1% of the entire video. Comparing his thumbnail making process to his video making process is like comparing someone building a house in Minecraft to someone building a house in real life. They're like, you think you have it hard? Does a creeper blow up half of your house every other day? I didn't think so. But yeah, guys, mark my words, MrBeast is eventually going to put out a video called I Cured Cancer, and his thumbnail is going to be just like this, with one sick person on the other side and them healthy on the other. And people are still going to be like, this kind of makes him Hitler if you really think about it. If you squint your eyes, if you close your eyes and don't even think about it, you'll see what I'm talking about. Remember though, guys, no video tomorrow because of UFC, and then yes on Sunday, and then since I'm at my brother's all next week to take care of his dogs, I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do. But I'll figure something out. Until then, peace.